What's up,
Good
everybody?
morning, everybody.
Good morning. Thank you for getting up and spending your Saturday morning with us.
In the snow. Everyone's getting hit today.
We're
Feels
like
good, doesn't it?
2 hours away. We're supposed to get hit pretty good. Hopefully not. Like it was to the point where I had to dig my snowblower out of the shed yesterday, kind of get it prepped and ready. And get the snow shovels out and buy some rock salt and all that good stuff.
I was supposed to change the carburetor on mine. I never got to it. So, you think it's too late? I don't know.
I mean, you probably got a few hours.
I got a few hours, yeah.
If you hurry.
Yeah, well, you want to get your face all red again there, Jesse. You got to be.
No, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Yeah.
Zod, do you have a garage? Do you park your car?
No.
No garage, no shed, anything like that.
I'm in an apartment, man. I don't know.
Well, I know, but some have underground, some have Mike, you park outside, don't you?
Parking lot.
Yeah, my garage, or we have a 2-bay garage in there. I don't think when my house was built, they were definitely not designed for large vehicles because neither one of our personal vehicles can fit.
Garage Gamer says he has a garage.
I would have never guessed that.
That actually makes sense. That's like, it's in the name and everything. Like, wow.
No, it kind of worked out for me because that's where all my arcade machines are at, and half of my garage, anyways.
And your wife too, because she gets the other side, right?
Yeah. Well, her car doesn't even fit.
I gotta ask, who's gonna go out to the garage and play those arcade machines in the cold? They're gonna keep the garage.
Well, you got a heater out there.
I got all sorts of heat out there. I had it on last night. It was about 80 degrees in there.
So it's essentially like a separate, like a play wing for your house.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Every once in a while, I let those space heaters go too long, and I'll go down there. It'll be all dark. It trips the breaker.
First of all, Happy New Year, everyone. I think this is the first time we were together since New Year. Right?
Happy New Year.
Sorry about that. Yeah, happy
you
New
want to
Year,
indulge me? I wrote a little stupid poem for the beginning show.
Absolutely.
All right. So don't hold it against me. I'm no writer. Here we go. Another week has come and gone. Nostalgia power keeps rolling on. Week after week, we present the show to discuss things you may or may not know. From topics like arcades to Adam West, we leave it to you to tell us what's best. So our wishes for you this 2024 is to bring you some shows you love even more. So sit and relax, have a laugh and a gag. We'll find out today who's the biggest scumbag. There you go.
Nice.
That was so perfect.
Very nice. There are a lot of people in the chat this morning. Thank you, everybody, for getting up.
It says a lot that we've accomplished the goal, Mike. The goal was to bring Saturday mornings back, and we're doing it.
I think everybody here in the chats, probably has fond memories of Saturday mornings as a kid, and that just seemed to disappear. And we had a lot of West Coast guys, which that really blows my mind that these guys are.
Yeah, really.
Great.
It's early for the guys.
It is. I know. I mean, even if they're laying in bed still, whatever. But
I mean, it's 7:09.
Yeah. Yep.
Just keep whatever you're doing in bed to yourself.
That's right.
Whatever you do in the privacy of your own bed is your business.
Whatever you may or may not be wearing, we don't need to know details.
No,
I used to hear the comments what people would do when Johnny Carson was on, but that was late, so you can expect it. But
yeah. So they brought up the Zod Saturday mornings, and this is kind of we're trying to replace that experience. And I think our main topic of the day is part of the reason why that went away.
Yeah, who replaced your Saturday mornings, Mike? Besides being an adult, Cartoon Network.
Yes, right. That's like 24-hour cartoon channels. Like,
let's be honest. I think it was dating women that.
Well, I didn't want to. Yeah.
I mean, I to be honest. I mean, if I'm gonna be truthful, I mean, it's like you get to a point where it's like there's stages and there's degrees in a boy's life, and you essentially.
I think they said Saturday morning cartoon started dying out in the early 2000s, which would pretty much link up perfectly to where I was getting into my mid-teens. And your interests kind of changed a
feel
little.
like it's one of those things though that really ended kind of needlessly. Like they could have kept it going and kept generations plugged in like that. They just needed to continue to provide, entertainment that's going to get people keep the kids watching. I mean,
I thought you were talking about dating women.
No. I'm talking about the whole.
Maybe it could be associated with both.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna watch, you're gonna be sitting out. You could, sit on the couch with your first girlfriend, cuddled up watching Gem and the Holograms. I mean, something for boys
Saturday
and
morning
girls.
cartoons and chill.
Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, exactly. There's something there, right? Gummy bears.
Yep. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, I was just thinking the Boomerang network was like the first bringing back retro television, wasn't it? I mean, that's where it kind of started. Like you had the Cartoon Network, and then Boomerang comes around, and you want to see Masters of the Universe again, the Flintstones, stuff you remembered when you were a kid, because the Cartoon Network was different types of cartoons.
Yeah.
It was newer stuff. It didn't really appeal everything on there to me, but I did
not everything. Things. But a lot, you're right, like Scooby-Doo and Flintstones and the Jetsons and all that stuff. And they also had the Warner Brothers license. So they had Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes. So there was a lot of good...
the idea of putting cartoons that would be more suited for Saturday mornings into primetime TV. Like when they started moving cartoons into evenings and Cartoon Network, for example, ruined it because now it's an entire channel devoted to cartoons 24/7, and you really don't have,
there's no desire or no incentive to get up Saturday morning.
But
early.
they didn't hit that that special part. Like when we were kids, it would always end with Looney Tunes. You had
Tom and Jerry.
It was almost
cartoons
routine,
that it was all one after another. Now
I have to admit, the Cartoon Network, when it came in, I was starting to I was a little older by that point. So
you had your Cavaricis and you were dating some hotties and
by that time I was really deep into that. I was deep into that.
You were in your Leave Larry days. That was
in my 80s. I was deep into that. Yeah, I was a male whore.
I mean, it was 92. So I mean, 92. Think of everything that was happening. Look how big the NBA was in 92.
Yeah.
All had different outlets, but that's crazy. I would have thought the Cartoon Network came in 97, 98. I didn't realize. I just looked it up this morning. 92.
Yeah, me too. I don't think we really, the cable networks that we had out in the country growing up, we never had. Cartoon Network wasn't part of our cable, so I don't even think I knew about it. And if my brother's still around, he would remember. We'd go to our grandparents' house and they had it on theirs. And we would just it would be blown away. What is this? You could watch, you just turn this channel on at any time of the day and there's cartoons on.
It might have been DirecTV because I didn't have I had cable. So that might have been the thing about having DirecTV at the time, having all those Turner channels. Because I think this was a Turner.
It is. Yeah. It was, and I was again reading about this. So Ted Turner bought MGM. And I think it was 86 or something like that, and got their whole entire video library, which gave him the rights to Tom and Jerry. And then in 1991, they bought the library from Hanna-Barbera, which gave them all these cartoons.
Tom and Jerry was on the Cartoon Network. I don't remember.
It might have been Boomerang.
Really?
Because
maybe it was Boomerang. It could have been either or.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if it was, go ahead, Jesse.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I really got into the Cartoon Network, my daughter was born very late in the 90s. So that's when I started watching Cartoon Network a lot, because she was watching it at that point. So I kind of got into a lot of newer shows at that point on there. Who was some of them? Like Kim Possible, Johnny Blaze, all that. The Rugrats,
Later on in the 90s, well, at first they started out, they had all these licenses. And they decided like, okay, we have the license to Warner Brothers and DC Comics and MGM. And they're like, well, let's create a network that we can put all these shows on. So they didn't have to air them on TBS and TNT.
You're right. Wasn't Justice League Unlimited that was on Cartoon Network, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep. So they had all these and they decided to make a cartoon channel exclusively in 1992. That's when they launched it. And then Boomerang, like you said, Phil, was another. I think that was like a special block of shows that they had.
And it was, I saw Jay's comment a little while ago. Like I expected to see like Super Friends on Boomerang. Like it'd be like 2 a.m. Like you would never have those, like the time that you'd want to watch this stuff. That was kind of the issue with the Boomerang for me.
Yeah, Damien mentioned Wild Thornberries. That was another great one. I used to watch that a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I've been neglecting the chat. But yeah, like in the later 90s, then like maybe the mid 90s, and that's when I really started watching it. And then you'd see shows like you guys remember Dexter's Laboratory or Johnny Bravo?
Very well. Yep.
Like those were the shows I remember watching on Cartoon Network and
early 2000s. Like you get your own
Teen
get
Titans,
your first apartment, and you're just kind of
like, all right, what do I do?
Like Cat Dog and all those.
Yeah, I Am Weasel, Cow and Chicken was another good one. So yeah, and then slowly the Saturday mornings, the big networks started phasing out their cartoons. I guess maybe they weren't drawing the audiences that they used to.
It's a shame because I did see a comment before the USA Network had the cartoons. Like I remember watching that. Like that was awesome. The USA's cartoon pack was great, and that went away when Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
because is USA a Turner? TBS TNT?
No, he might be. He said no. Cartoon Network has a block now from 5 to 7 that plays. It plays some of their older. Hopefully that's not 5 a.m. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, and then they started coming up with like Adult Swim, like later at night.
Yeah,
and they must be affiliated with Fox somehow too, because that's where you see like Family Guy and stuff like that. That's always on late at night on Cartoon Network, and that's all Fox.
Is that still going on though after Disney purchased?
I don't know.
I haven't watched Cartoon Network forever.
Neither have I, unfortunately.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah,
not in a long time.
I can't remember the last time I did, to be honest.
No, Game.
There you go. Yeah, Cartoon Express. That was
that was awesome.
Yep. Yeah, I remember watching like the real Ghostbusters.
I remember USA Network was trying to do something with their cartoons. They were trying to create like some sort of multiverse with their cartoons, where they would have an episode of whatever cartoon they were having, where they would try to tie it all together in some way. And it was a special promotion that USA was running at the time. I remember they had like a Wing Commander cartoon and some other, I think it was like a G.I. Joe or like a Mortal Kombat cartoon or something. And all the cartoons would tie into each other. Does anybody remember that? It was like almost.
Well, they were on the train. Like if you watch the preview, like they were all like on the advertisement.
Yeah, right.
But they would actually try to tie the storyline in with each. Like
there was a story that went on between each show, kind of.
Yeah, like they were trying. Yeah, like they were trying to like merge continuities of these cartoons for this particular whatever it was they were doing, and I just don't. I remember it vaguely, and I wanted to know if anybody else remembered it because it was.
It's just looking at. This was a great lineup, guys.
You looking at the Cartoon Express lineup?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up something right now. Yeah, I'm seeing there's a lot of good stuff on there. Yeah, it's a shame like that all. So did Cartoon Network and like Disney and channels like that did 24/7 cartoons. I feel like they kind of indirectly put an end to all that stuff, or maybe intentionally. Who knows? You know, with Ted Turner, he probably wanted to own and control everything.
Obviously, they saw that they could make money. They saw that there was an audience for it that would be bigger than just what you were getting from network television on Saturday mornings. Because let's face it, guys, cartoons for the most part, when we were growing up, are just designed to sell toys.
Yeah.
essentially.
I mean, if you look at all those
they're just
cartoons,
30-minute, commercials.
every one of
for
them had like a
toy
toy
line.
line or a
Yeah.
comic book association or a cereal or something to go along with it. Morning, Bobby.
Bobby Vu, what's up,
Bobby.
man? Good to see you as always.
Saturday Supercade. What is anybody? Is that? I don't recall that.
I vaguely remember.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
it
that.
sounds familiar, but I can't. I'm not sure.
What is that, Johnny? Is that? I'm guessing that's on. It's probably like a block of cartoons, like Cartoon Express. Yeah, that's what I remember watching cartoons, and then after that, yeah, it was like wrestling would always come on, and like, all right, it's either like time for big boy shows. You either watch wrestling or get outside and start playing. If it was
Any of
summertime,
you guys-
we'd be riding our bikes or.
You guys remember the Great Space Coaster? Is that before your guys' time?
Space Ghost?
The Great Space Coaster.
Oh, Space Coaster.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Not at all.
Okay. I'll go back to the home. See you later.
Take your meds.
I got to change the diaper. I'll be right back.
No, I thought you said Space Ghost, and Hot Rang has brought that up as I wanted to. I did want to bring up Space Ghost and the Space Ghost Coast to Coast specifically. Do you guys remember that or know what that is? It was like the
Wasn't
late
it on
night talk
USA?
show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
That was
Cartoon
an Adult
Cartoon
Swim.
Network.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
it was Adult Swim. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, he did like it was like a late night talk show, but it was this from Space Ghost and all the characters from the old Space Ghost show.
But you would see him on USA. I think that's where Space Ghost
possibly. So
was. That was yes.
Turner must also own USA. I mean, he has to, right? Do we establish that yet? Here, look, there you go. Somebody they remember the Great Space Coaster, Ralphie.
Yeah, Ralphie.
All right, so the Saturday Supercade had all the game cartoons: Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Mario, Q*bert.
Hubert.
Wow.
Pitfall Harry. Who
Wow.
remembers Pitfall Harry?
Was a show?
Frogger.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to look up this Saturday Supercade because that does sound interesting. Yeah, I forgot that Pac-Man I forgot they all had their own TV shows.
Oh, Pac-Man.
For like a
Pac-Man
quick
had
minute.
Had a pretty dope cartoon back
But
in
I don't remember Donkey Kong. Like I remember Donkey Kong Country had a TV show, but
Dude,
Did
if they
it?
could bring back like the Donkey Kong cereal and the Pac-Man cereal, that'd be awesome.
I know.
You remember eating
I'm
that?
surprised they didn't bring back Pac-Man cereal. Didn't Pac-Man just have like a big anniversary? I mean, I'm surprised they didn't bring that back. I think it would have sold really well.
Yeah, because
As like a limited.
yeah, they brought the
I mean,
Ghostbusters
Yeah,
cereal back
every year
for a
you
minute.
see something come,
Even Pole
Pole
Position. had a
Position,
cartoon.
yeah, Pole Position got its own cartoon. I think it only lasted like 1, maybe 2 seasons, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Pole Position only lasted 1 season.
Yeah, that's what WWF superstars used to be. Yeah, it'd be Hulk Hogan versus a guy you've never heard of. Like, oh, I wonder who's going to win this one.
Yeah.
And every single match. I mean, it was just a guy you knew and a guy you didn't know. Oh, I wonder who's going to win. But as a kid, you ate it up because you wanted to see the Macho Man Randy Savage win, or somebody like that.
I just seen him on an interview. Man, did he get old now?
Who's that? Hogan.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, a lot of those
I
guys.
mean, overnight, he just kind of.
Yeah, wow.
Yep.
guess
Yeah,
the-
he looks old and
Pole
decrepit.
Position only got 13 episodes, 1 season. Yeah, it didn't do
That's
very
it.
well.
Well, I mean, at least it got that far. That's hilarious. I wonder what was that part of that Saturday? What was it called? The Saturday Supercade? Was that part of that block?
It says Pole Position is an animated series produced by Dick Enterprises. The series is loosely based on the arcade racing video game series Pole Position, the name of which was licensed from Namco to capitalize on its popularity. The game and the show have very little in common other than wheels being red, as in Pole Position, and Rhodey being blue, as in Pole Position 2. Okay. So it's
And there's a lot of those video games turn TV shows are only basically connected by name only.
yeah.
Like Mega Man or even
And
like Sonic the
that's
Hedgehog.
according. I was reading the I was following in Papa Brad's footsteps. I was reading the Wikipedia on that. So and for anybody wondering. But yeah, that's the that pole position. I don't know. I'm waiting for that. I'm actually waiting for that Pac-Man movie to come out. That Pac-Man movie they've been talking about for the last 20 years. I want to see that. That's what they need.
Really? There's supposed to be a Pac-Man movie?
Oh yeah,
like a documentary type of movie, or like Pac-Man as an actual character?
An actual film where Pac-Man is used Pac-Man is like an antivirus. He's put in this. He's created to go into to defend against foreign governments trying to cyber attack. And so they use there's actually an actual trailer.
Does he look like the actual Pac-Man?
A proof of concept trailer. Yeah, it's fantastic. And you see Pac-Man is going through this maze trying to, keep the invaders from coming in, and the invaders, of course, look like the ghost. It's fantastic.
My God.
Like, this is the movie we've been waiting for.
Wow.
I'm like, I
never would have thought that playing the Pac-Man arcade game that
you see
we
somebody
could make a movie out of that.
Okay, you see somebody in the lab at the organization controlling Pac-Man, and guess what he's using? He's using like a
joystick,
like an Atari style joystick, but it's of course modernized and made to look really high tech and stuff. And he's controlling Pac-Man through the maze. Oh, it is. I'm like, when this movie actually comes out, I think it'll be very, very popular.
So is it like it's going to be a thing? Like this isn't something that was just like thrown out the window. Right now,
production. It's still in development. It's still in development. They released the trailer as proof of concept, and I think they're still trying to secure enough investors to get the movie made. But yeah, it's on YouTube. You can look it up. You can watch the trailer on YouTube. It's really cool. No, I didn't dream it. It's on YouTube. I would actually like to go in. I actually would like to go in.
Got to be real if it's on YouTube
and write the script, because I actually read up on this and production and
I believe
what
you.
They had planned to do. It just looks really. You know what? I'm gonna find it and send you the link so you can pull it up.
These guys are laying it on thick.
Oh man!
Hold on, let's see here. Let me see. Pac-Man live action movie. Okay, here we go.
I mean, can't be any worse than some of the movies they've been making based on like famous great franchises. Did you were you able to find it?
Yes.
I'm curious. Do you think we could play it without getting?
We probably could
in trouble
because it's not it's considered a fan film right now because it's a proof of concept, so you could probably play it.
My God, I forgot they made.
There's no Jefferson Starship in this, right?
Then we should be safe.
I don't even want to say it out loud.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting shut down right now.
Put it in the private chat so you can pull it up, and people can stop believing that I am writing this in my head. I mean, honestly, it's. I am kind of writing it in my head though, because I know what movie I want to see. I know what I want.
I see a Q&A about this coming really soon.
If I could get the filmmakers, I mean,
all right. Hold on, getting it pulled up right now.
Yeah, we'll probably be all right.
I kind of skipped through it a little bit because it's 6 minutes long.
No, play the whole thing. Screw it. It's fantastic. Play the whole thing. You need the context, so play the whole thing.
Okay.
And we're talking over it, so it's not like.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Unexplained power outages continue throughout the state of Nevada this week, leading many to blame the government-funded Maze compound. At more than 1,600 feet beneath the desert surface, the off-Malign facility has become infamous for its top-secret research, prompting widespread speculation as to the nature of their experiments, and more specifically, the purpose of Project Yellow Sphere. Now, though the White House continues to decline any comment on the compound itself, leaked documents routinely point to the development of remote-controlled weapons technology. Still, others seem to indicate a focus on artificial intelligence. While details remain few and far between, one fact remains undeniable. Whatever the government is building,
I love the
it
news
has never
ticker
been
at the
seen
bottom.
before.
There was something about pole position.
Yeah.
SecDef's getting impatient, Doctor. This project's eaten through twice the federal budget in the past 6 months.
Don't worry, Colonel. I think you'll find it's eaten more than that.
It doesn't seem like it's very low budget, that's for sure.
Talk to me, Control.
And this is fan made so far.
Yeah, it's a proof of concept trailer for the film. Yeah.
Halo status?
Testing grid loaded. Ready to engage in 5, 4, 3, 2. Maze engaging. Configuration
Namco.
level 1.
See the mazes?
Mm-hmm.
Do those look authentic to you?
Pilots, I sent you.
I mean, it looked better than the Atari 2600 Pac-Man maze.
Him?
Inject the nanopolymer. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. How could you be a Pac-Man fan and not get excited?
Rendering sequence. On my mark.
Here it comes.
Hit it.
He's got arms and legs.
Good morning, Pac-Man.
Good morning, Pac-Man.
What the hell is that thing?
A polymorphic, autonomous, compound manipulator. Programmed to seek out, catch, and consume any hazardous target at the push of a button. Oil spills, reactor leaks.
He prefers cherries.
When can we test it?
There was a joke there, but I'm not going
Load
to
the
go.
spectrals.
On it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Jesse. I know what you're thinking, bro, because I was thinking the exact same thing when I first saw this.
It's a morning show.
Yeah. It's not late now.
Yeah.
Everybody try to keep up.
Yeah. Modern joystick. That's not arcade one-up technology.
No.
Yeah, they need to release this cabinet here. This looks intense.
Yeah, this looks.
Where do you get the power pellet?
I mean, come on. Who in the home arcade community wouldn't want to see this movie?
He cleared them all.
Well, what do you think? Did we finally change your mind?
Doctor, I think you just changed everything.
All right.
Wow. So what is his purpose? Just to go inside the computer and like, what really is the idea of it? He takes care of the internals of the machine or something. Like,
He stops any incoming threats, whether it be like cyber threats or like literal threats, like they I think they mentioned like oil spills, different things that he can totally like.
Cool. It's like the Rambo of the computer.
I think the movie would be good if you get rid of the live actors. This is what Transformers like.
They did too much of that.
They had too many actors in Transformers, even the cartoon. Just show the robots.
Yeah.
So you're saying just show Pac-Man.
Yeah. Don't do any live actors.
But if they do it like that, then I mean, wouldn't it be more like the Pac-Man cartoon that already exists? Because there is a Pac-Man cartoon.
Yeah.
Where he had like a house and a wife and kids.
Right, he had a house, a wife.
Going to work.
I remember one episode he was playing card games with his friends. I mean,
it's like Pac-Man. Like, this is like everyday suburbia. Just insert Pac-Man.
This is one of those scenarios where I would not be opposed to them, following this template here with Pac-Man, because
it's the Pac-Man movie, Stock Jock.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna make a Pac-Man movie, you got to do something, right? You can't just. I mean, Pac-Man is the most simple concept of all time.
You could make it like a horror movie, like the Did you guys seen the Russian piece of artwork where they showed what Pac-Man was derived from, where basically it's like a Russian cosmonaut.
Yeah, I see that. And they all died.
It has a really dark and like drug-induced kind of noir kind of thing, where
I think a child came up with that.
Yeah, and you could technically make. I could see like a dark, like a David Lynch kind of like dark, twisted, like horror take on Pac-Man if they wanted to do that. But I kind of think that doing it like this, we're making him like a computer program, would be a little more, authentic to the game that we know. Unless you want to get real meta and you want to get real dark and have it be a cosmonaut.
But yeah, well, I like that story because I'm into horror, so
that would be cool.
I kind of thought it was kind of cool.
I don't think it would be bad. I don't think it would be bad if they wanted to go that route too. But I think you kind of. Have you ever seen? Did you ever see the movie Solaris?
No.
The Russian. It's a Russian cosmonaut kind of story. It's really well known. It's kind of like they remade it in America like several years later with George Clooney, but the remake is as good as the original. But no, I think some of these themes and stuff that you could delve deep into, like if they really wanted to go horror-esque with Pac-Man. And then there's another Pac-Man fan film online where they go the full-on horror route, where they make Pac-Man the monster. Pac-Man is the evil aggressor, and the ghosts are actual people trying to get away from
Pac-Man's eating everybody and everything,
eating and killing everybody, because the ghosts are like are like a community of refugees trying to get away, because Pac-Man is basically eating planets and
he's just stalking them all over the place.
It's insane. But that is very, very low budget, and that's also on YouTube. You can find that on.
So it's almost every horror movie. So
yeah, but but I don't know. I think the cosmonaut story would be unique if they decided.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a good premise that he was in the space station, and all the cosmonauts around him died, and he had to search around for food and everything to survive. And he had found these
pellets are. That's what the pellets are.
Yeah, but the pellets were what do you call, kind of like drug like, and he would start to see the ghosts of his cosmonauts, and that's where he was going kind of crazy. And those were the ghosts he was seeing. That was like the idea of it.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the artwork right now. I'm going to send it to you so that you can, Mike, so that you can see the artwork we're talking about. I don't know if you guys.
Pac-Man is actually a villain.
That's like how Mickey is public domain. So it's the original Steamboat Mickey. Like they could do a horror movie of him. Wouldn't it be crazy if you saw that with Pac-Man? Like,
yep.
That's first I just thought of.
Let me check this out here. Saw it. Oh my god. Not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah, that the ghosts are actually the souls of his dead cosmonaut counterparts. It's a really deep story. This is all in his head.
Yeah,
he's hallucinating it, and he's trying, like Jesse was saying, he's got to figure out a way to survive now. And you got that would be deep.
Yeah, I like it.
Pills.
Yeah. I mean, that would be more if you want to go for a more cerebral psychological story, more so than the one that the concept that we just watched.
And like I said, I think the original concept to that was a young child who came up with that idea.
That's crazy. Like I said, like a concept like Pac-Man, which is so basic and simple, really, and
iconic.
Yeah. People are just able to create all sorts of different.
Seance Spirits. There's a trailer. There's a trailer out already. I think the movie's called The Mousetrap.
Are you talking this comment right here?
For the Steamboat Willie. Steamboat Willie movie.
Why not?
The trailer came out the other day. They released it online. The trailer. Yeah, it's very low budget, like the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. Yeah.
GTA Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
Say Steamboat Willie entered the public domain, so it's all fair game. Next year, I believe the Wizard of Oz goes. Now, how does that happen? That was my question. I mean, I know we're getting way off.
It's 100. It's 75 to 100 years.
So you mean like a corporation and a company like Disney could not keep those rights?
Well, here's the thing, and it's funny. It's funny. The Garage Gamer just brought this up. I just watched an entire thing last night on Steamboat Willie. And Disney, doing what Disney does best, has found a way around that, believe it or not, because they brought Steamboat Willie back into certain cartoons that they're running right now. So they re-upped the rights to it.
But there's two images they didn't, and they could use those two.
So that's how that goes. And they don't use it.
It's not really going to look like Mickey Mouse, like what we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
She was an attorney that was talking about it and said, even if you're going to try and use it, even though it is under that guideline, you could get into sticky water using it. So, Yep.
Well, if that's true, he's saying Disney got the rights.
It's like when
it's just a sticky area because they're still using that image on some of their newer things. So they kind of re-up the rights on the newer one.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like when Superman goes into public domain. I think Superman goes into public domain very soon. And the thing with Superman is when he goes into public domain, they're not going to be able to you're not going to be able to just use the current version of Superman that they're using now. The Superman you're going to be able to use that's going into the public domain is a Superman from the 1930s.
Oh, yeah.
Way back.
He couldn't that Superman couldn't fly.
He didn't have heat vision.
All he was able to do was leap tall buildings at a single bound.
He wasn't even from Krypton yet. The whole Krypton story wasn't
right. Yeah, they don't have any. So you're not. So yeah, you will have the rights. You'll be able to do a Superman story, but you're going to be very
Not the Superman
limited
that we
with
all
what
know,
you're going to be able to
because
do.
then you'll get your
Right.
copyrights,
Right. It's
infringements.
It's going to be interesting to see over the next few years when this happens with Superman and Batman, the kind of things that, the kind of movies that are going to come out as a result.
Yeah, because when they were created, what, in the 30s?
Yeah.
So we are
38.
approaching. Yeah.
Yeah, was Captain America? No, he came after. I think he was 41. Like Superman. Okay, so Flash Gordon was older than Superman. Like if we're gonna go that far back,
Was he like the original superhero?
I mean,
Flash
like when our grandfathers were kids, like there was Flash Gordon. Like think about that.
on radio.
Like I just tried to start that movie, The Shadow, the other day with Alec Baldwin. It's so bad. But like the Shadow, it's like the Shadow knows. No, that the Shadow's probably older than Superman.
Yeah, I told you the story of my father. That's all he sat and talked about. And then he would just keep doing that. The Shadow knows. I'm like, oh, good. Great, Dad.
Stop it.
Oh, my God. Give it up with the Shadow already.
Only the Shadow knows. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of some of those, you go back and you find them online, you listen to some of those real old Shadow radio dramas. They're very entertaining because that's what they had back then. They didn't have TV.
They had to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, it's entertaining.
Just read from a book,
Yeah. And you had to keep listening. You had to listen to that mono speaker in that radio.
And it was
but it's
serialized.
Imagination. You're using your imagination.
Yeah. And
that's probably a big part of it, Phil.
And it was serialized too. From week to week, you'd have, a story.
That's what he said. He said, they would wait all week for it to come back.
Continuity.
HBO did that like a year or two ago. They brought back like these Batman Chronicle things. Did you guys listen to any of those?
They're pretty cool. Yeah,
I mean, it was something to listen. I mean, it's like a book on Zod. When you write your book, I'm getting it audio. Like I'm.
Oh yeah, you're
gonna
getting
listen
it on audio. Absolutely, yeah. I'm doing. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on the audio book because I know everybody's going to want to listen to that. The thing is that these audio dramas, a lot of the modern audio dramas that they put out today are really great. There's a really good one that my sister got me into. It's on Spotify, and I forget the exact title, but it's kind of like The Walking Dead. It has it's like a zombie storyline, but it's all done through audio, and it's done so well. And you can just, the sound effects and the music and stuff, they do it in a way where it's like one of these companies, they have this tagline. They're called Graphic Audio, and their tagline is a movie in your mind. And they do a lot of Marvel and DC audio dramas and stuff. So, you're listening to for example, like the Avengers or a Batman Crisis on Infinite Earths or whatever story. And you're hearing all this with the sound effects and the voice actors. And it's really, really great. It's almost as good as watching something, on TV because you're picturing it all happening in your head. And it's cool, man. It's like a throwback to what, the old time radio stuff. So
wasn't it like way back in the day? Wasn't it Orson Welles in like War of the Worlds or something?
War of the Worlds.
Did he like freak the public out? Like they thought there was a real Martian invasion or something like that?
That was crazy, man. I couldn't imagine living back then. All the panicking, people jumping out of windows, and
was it really that bad? Like cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. Like was it like one of those types of deals?
Yeah, well, when you think about it, I mean, you couldn't really get online and see if it was really happening. You had no way of communication, really, with anybody.
Maybe it was a news report or something, and Martians were invading Earth, and
everybody running out of their homes, just talking to their neighbors.
It's like yesterday or a couple days ago when the reports came out about big, tall aliens in Miami, 11-foot tall aliens in like some sort of shopping mall in Miami or something. And it's like, what I don't get about these kinds of like stories is if you want to convince people, we live in an age of social media where everybody has a phone glued to their hand at all times. How come there's never any pictures of any of this stuff? If these aliens are real and you really want to prove that this is the case, somebody take a picture. Somebody hide in the corner and take a picture of this 11-foot alien.
Yep. I mean, there's pictures and video footage of everything, like everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's why if Bigfoot was out there somewhere, there would be 1,000 pictures of it already.
Tons of photos, and you wouldn't. Yeah. So that's my whole thing when it comes to this. It's
guys, you want to hit a commercial real quick? I know.
Yeah.
We're getting about 48 minutes. This one's gonna be a little bit longer than usual. It's 3 minutes long. So I dug up and I found the original Cartoon Network. The original promo for when the channel was getting launched.
Nice.
Cool.
So check that out. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Let's roll it.
And now this message.
You are watching Nostalgia Power with the bad guy Mike Worley, Jester Tester, Zod Writer, and PD7. Be sure to boldly go by liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you would like to support the show via Super Chat, feel free to make it so.
Turner Entertainment Networks proudly present the world's first 24-hour cartoon network.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the world's first and only Cartoon Network, the home of the top toon stars. To help you find your way around here, I'd like to personally present
Droopy's Guide to the Cartoon Network.
First things first, you need to be in tune with your new environment. Here are some tunes and a symphony of my favorite songs that you can hear all day long on the Cartoon Network. Okay, boys. A 1, a 2.
The biggest show in town is Huckleberry Hound for all you guys and gals.
How much is that gorilla in the window?
We've got a gorilla for sale. Come kill a gorilla for sale. The most effectual toucan. Alligator is the swinging navigator is the swamp. Battleman and secrets world keep the nation in a whirl. Peter Potamus has the charm he could never conceal. Yippee-yi-yo, Coyote, right around the way, here's the swing of the road. Meet George Jetson.
Songs you can hear all day long on the home of the top toon stars. The Cartoon Network.
Now back to our show.
Wow.
That was their lineup for original run of cartoon shows. I mean, there's like some of the all-time greats right there.
You go by, you think you remember them all, but I mean, I forgot about Huckleberry Hound and all that.
Gorilla, and
I mean the Jetsons. I remember watching that every day. I could watch that right now. It was such a great cartoon.
Flintstones,
and Tom and Jerry.
Yep.
Jeez,
and
Tom and Jerry.
Any of those on there anymore? The Boomerang Network has its own streaming service now, which you have to pay for to get. I think it's cheap.
I remember when that happened.
You can find all those on there now. I had it for a while, and I actually just got an email. It's funny, I just got an email about it this morning.
Yeah, now you got to pay for everything that you watched for free your whole life. Right?
Except like Tubi. Now you can go on Tubi and watch a lot of great stuff.
Yeah,
for free.
You're right.
Yeah.
Or YouTube, because I've been watching a lot of cartoons on YouTube lately. Like there's just like 4-hour packs on here that
Yeah, YouTube is like the go-to to kind of like, find some things that you haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
What was I just watching on there too?
Everything.
Oh, I was watching the Honeymooners. They had all the Honeymooners episodes on YouTube. I was watching
Was
those.
that
the
like
other
on
day.
somebody's private channel? Because
Yeah.
this always takes me back to Jefferson Starship and getting the
Yeah.
And then you can watch full movies and TV shows and on other people's channels. Like, how are they getting away with this?
They
Maybe
must
they're
be in
not.
another country or something.
Yeah, that has to be it.
Yeah. Yeah, because we couldn't get away with what was it? What was it? The thing that we got nailed for? Oh, Starship, right?
Jefferson Starship. Yeah, like
We played everything else, and we didn't even play the
muted,
music,
Mhm.
huh?
It
Right,
was
it was
muted.
just- it was
Right.
just a
I
little
mean,
bit
I
of the
wouldn't even have
visuals
recognized
from
what that
that.
even was.
No,
Out of context. Never.
no. That goes to show you how good the algorithm is. You can
Mhm.
see a bunch of stoned out freaking faces that you can't even
it's
see.
like neon lights and long hair and what else is going on?
That
Yeah.
poor quality holiday special.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, now it's in 4K, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Phil, do we want to get to some
Oh,
giveaways?
yeah, who's going first?
You want me to go first?
Go first.
Does your
We got some-
giveaways, do they
we
pertain
got some-
to the topic?
I-
Mine don't.
Mine don't either. And I just my rule is it's stuff that I want personally, and if I pass on it, I'm gonna regret it. So that's why I pick it up, and it's nostalgia.
Yep. So this is all part of my my appreciation and my 500 subscribers. Like I said, I think I might have mentioned it last week. I didn't want to do like a full show giveaway, just focused on that alone. So I'm just going to add to the giveaways every week. So what I'm giving away this week are, tell me if you can see these, Cobra Commander and Duke.
Are those Super 7 figures? Or are they?
Yeah, I want to say they are, even though I don't see Super 7.
Or is it it starts with an R?
Yeah, I don't know. It might be on it. They are. There is a Hasbro logo on
Okay.
there. So, but yeah, I was a big fan of GI Joe. These were pretty much two of my favorites. I mean, Cobra Commander and Duke, probably the two leaders from each side. So
It's interesting with Cobra. There was two different Cobras. He had the shield over his face.
yeah,
and
he
had
had
the mask.
different.
with
And he had the hood, right?
Yeah.
Yep, he had different, which was
You
pretty
just wanted
rare
to see his face,
Things
like, just-
I know.
Just
They never
once.
showed it.
I mean, we saw it in the movie with Sir
Yeah,
Pegford.
he was like
turned into a
some
snake.
sort of a snake, a reptile. Yeah, Snake Eyes. I mean, Snake Eyes is great. All right, so to win those two, the trivia question, fairly straightforward. What year did the original G.I. Joe cartoon debut? What year? That's it. You don't need to know the specific date, just the year. The original G.I. Joe cartoon. Give everybody a minute to think about it. We're getting some answers. 1492 Hot Rangus, no. Oh, hold on. Wait, never mind. Johnny Blaze, 1983.
Nice.
That's it. Yep. Which it was released in a 5-part series. And then you didn't see it again for, I think, another year. And then they came back with another 5-part series. And then it turned into a full cartoon show.
You ever turn on that G.I. Joe? It's like it's on constantly on YouTube. Like there's a
Yes.
channel that's like,
Yep, they stream it all the time. Yeah, I will once in a while. I learned a lot about G.I. Joe through watching that. Like that's how I learned that Run was only a 5-part episode. So congratulations. Who was that? Johnny Blaze.
I think Johnny Blaze.
Hook up with me somehow, Johnny. My email is mworley888@yahoo. So
you want to put it in the
oh,
put
yeah,
it in the chat?
I guess I could do that, huh? It would probably make more sense.
Hey, were you able to put that logo I sent you on there?
Oh yes.
Oh,
I'm glad
nice.
I'm glad you brought that up because I knew I was going to forget. There you go. Now, what is that? Explain what that is.
So this is the way to message me here, unless we have each other's phone numbers. So on Instagram, PD7 Lucky's Gym, you can message me that way. Even if you're trying to reach Mike and you want to send a message that way, We'll post it.
Yeah, I
time
mean, if
we have
it's
a
easier
giveaway.
to do that, I mean, Phil talk all the time. So
I picked up a Skeletor Christmas ornament on my last walk and talk at Walmart that I saw the arcade went up for the first time. So we have a multiple choice question, and it's related to Masters of the Universe. In 1987, August 7th, Masters of the Universe, the movie came out, live action. What company produced it? Universal, Disney, Canon, or Paramount?
keep an eye out for the answer.
How fast can people Google?
Hey,
What's up,
whatever it
console
takes, right?
fanboy?
Yeah,
Hey,
good
good morning.
console fanboy.
I don't. Am I? Does it look like Saiyan Spirits came up with Canon first? Is that what you're seeing?
Yes, I am.
All right, congratulations. I'll send this to you next week.
That's pretty cool. Those little Hallmark things, they're
Yeah.
surprisingly detailed.
I got a lot of them this Christmas. Everybody was giving me them.
But is there articulation?
Well, there's no
No.
articulation, but the detail is there. I'll give him that.
No, somebody actually just gave me this one, and it was a distant family member, and they were like, "Oh, I know you love Batman." They gave me the Batman I can't stand.
Oh, is that what is that one? Is that the?
Can you put it closer to the camera?
The Ben Affleck Batman?
No, it's the new Batman. The Batman. What's his name?
The Batman.
God, not him.
Yeah, I can't stand.
Hey
him.
guys, I
You got this one right.
I do.
Bolton Phil.
Pulling out ornaments.
It just happened to be sitting right here. Phil was,
okay.
Yeah, me too.
You can hate on me all you want.
This one I love.
I picked up the new Batman T-shirt twice this year. I actually went back to Kohl's. They had a sale on graphic tees. So Jesse, the
Morning Thumper.
I can't think. Hey, Thumper Squid. I can't think of the actor's name, but yeah, I got another. Who doesn't need black T-shirts? You know,
it's
always. Batman. It's Batman.
Yep.
That's all I have.
It's pretty much all I wear too.
Which Batman are you talking about?
Black
Michael
hoodies.
Keaton?
No, the new one, the one that we're hating on right now.
Oh yeah, what? I you know what?
The vampire dude. Like I can't think of it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't even want to remember his name.
Sparkles Batman. That's what I call him.
I don't even want to give him the respect.
Sparkles.
Yeah, Sparkles, exactly. Oh God. Give me a break.
I know you love
No Heart, you won
Yeah.
an XL, MK1 skinned XL. That's what they will give us this year.
An MK1 XL. Well, I mean, are they going to have the artwork right though? That's
No, but you know what? I'll take it because actually Amazon has the MK30th for $4.99. Like everyone has sold out on it. It's like that might be the best looking Mortal Kombat arcade. That artwork's great.
Yeah.
And if they came out with the XL that way,
they got to make sure they use a BOE monitor. That's all I'm saying.
I hope
we'll
that,
put the image on the site ourselves. Just give us that look.
Mm-hmm.
We've had enough
the cabinet
MK2
shape,
stuff.
slanted deck, like all that.
Yeah, man.
all
Well,
that
yeah,
good
because you
stuff.
got
The
enough,
BOE monitor for
you
sure.
got enough third-party artists that can do the artwork on the side. That's true.
Oh, I don't believe that for a second so hard. There's more coming.
Hopefully.
Why do you think they liquidated Street Fighter 2?
Yeah, I know.
Man, I was watching Zohar's stream right at the end. I caught it right at the end. I mean,
Last
man,
night.
he can play Mortal Kombat, man. God.
I want to get on there and play it when he streams. But
I wouldn't even
want to.
attempt to do it. I wouldn't even lower myself.
Like
It would be
I
ridiculous.
wouldn't even be a good warm up for him.
His Sonya is effortless.
Is there anyone that can
just-
beat Zohar in Mortal Kombat?
First of all, I seen him do things with Sonya that I never thought she could do. I was seeing things last night that I didn't even think she could do. It was amazing.
Yeah, he's definitely mastered Sonya. That's for sure.
So fast with it.
Like the fatalities are pulled off. Like the second it says finish him, that she's already given the kiss of death.
I had a comment on one of the Mortal Kombat reviews I did, and he said, "Can you pull off fatalities?" I can't. I'm like, "Have you seen Zohar's videos?" Yeah, you can pull them off.
No, I can't. I can't enter the buttons that fast. I
never. And just remember all the combos. I just can't do it.
I mean, the way he can do it on, Arcade 1-Up with those crappy buttons and sticks too is another mystery in and of itself.
Yeah,
Like,
that in itself. I mean, you already have a handicap, right? You go in with a handicap with that.
He's still pulling them off. Zohar's using stock controls.
Yeah, I know.
God.
Makes you want to practice. Mike, maybe we should jump on our MK.
We'll just get on there.
Just start
just
practicing,
grind.
man. Just be fun.
Just go head to head for like 7 straight hours.
Happy birthday, Garage Gamer.
Yes, that's right. I meant to mention that to Garage. Did he say how old he was? He's not 40 yet, right? He can't be.
He looks. If he is 40, he's a young 40.
He's a young 40. I don't know how old he is. Oh yeah, what was he saying? Some kid beat Tetris. I did see something about this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was watching him last night for a little while.
44.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know it was possible to beat Tetris. I thought that was one of those games that just never really had an ending. Like the game would
another
game,
game,
like Urban Champion for Nintendo.
My wife is really good at that game,
really?
but I don't have the patience for that game, really.
Yeah, I mean it's fun for a little bit, and then it's
for like 3 minutes.
I start panicking too much, and I'm like, okay,
it's up there with the Casino Cade. You play for about 3 minutes, and
like I've had enough of this for a year. Taught him everything he knew. Yeah, is that how old the kid was? He 13. The hell was a 13-year-old doing playing Tetris?
Hey, when we were 13, we were playing Tetris.
Oh yeah, we were. That's what I'm saying. Like 13-year-olds now. Like my kid's upstairs. I was just talking to these guys. I'm surprised he hasn't been down yet because my wife is working today. He's been watching. I don't know what he found on YouTube, but he's starting to learn how to use the TV and apps and stuff like that. It's something that resembles Minecraft. Maybe it is Minecraft. I don't know. But he's like so sucked into it right now. Like a school bus could crash through my front living room and he probably wouldn't even notice. Wow. I'm surprised he hasn't been down here yet.
Hey, Ralphie, it's Ralphie's birthday too?
Is it? Wait, what? Oh, wait. Or was his birthday? Wasn't his birthday like a week or two ago?
Oh, if I didn't say it, happy birthday, Ralphie.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thought we texted happy birthday, Ralphie.
Yeah.
Wish we had that happy birthday, Polly. That clip from Rocky 4.
Hold on. Maybe we'll incorporate that, right? So when it's people's birthdays.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote that down. Yes, we know, Matt. I just turned 40. We know that, okay? I'm going to start dyeing my hair. You can't even see my chin hair anymore because it's like all white.
Yeah, it always goes white, like right there. Even when I was 10 years younger, it was still there.
Grays grow so much faster than
I don't know.
regular. I mean, I get this strand. I'm like, where did this come from?
Oh, I wasn't prepared.
That's okay. They're still scumbags.
Yep, I lost it.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's always in that spot. Like,
yeah, like I have a dark strip that goes the whole way down the center, but it's all gray right on the either side.
Yeah, I'm gonna color that in so I can look at least 60.
Well, I mean, your jersey, you should have like spiked hair and frosted, and wearing a chain and a cutoff shirt. Like,
I did until it went bald.
It's like I would, but there's nothing there.
I did. I had that big pompadour going at one point.
I don't know why, Jesse, but for some reason I was thinking of 2 mattresses right now.
I don't understand, but
it's just a Jersey thing.
Yeah. Oh my Lord.
It must be a Jersey thing.
Woo.
One lone gray hair on your brow. Yeah, I remember whenever I had my first gray, and I was like, "Oh, look, that's cool."
Oh yeah, and then if you have a gray hair on your brow, it's the only one that sticks straight out. You ever notice that?
Are we going? Are we turning this into get one on your chest? Like, have you guys had a gray hair
Get
on your
one.
chest?
Yep.
Get
Jeez.
one. I
Like you can choose.
Oh man.
get one. I look like an outback gorilla.
One.
One. Jeez.
Next week on Nostalgia Power, gray hairs.
Talking about our gray hair and hair showing up in weird places that it was never before. Have a long hair growing out of your ear? We have the solution.
Ralphie wants to know how old we all are. Well,
We gonna admit?
I don't know.
No.
We're all over
admitting?
40 now. put
We'll leave
that
it to
way,
your
right?
imagination.
Exactly.
Well, I'm the same age as Garage Gamer, so he posted his age.
The power of imagination.
Here's one. Just write down how old you think we are.
Brooklyn, what are you filling in the space with? You just
Show
sold
is sponsored
2
by Manscaped.
arcade 1-ups. What are you getting?
Are you getting
Almost
Stern
1,000
Pin-
for
are
2
you-
cabinets.
Are you getting Stern Pinball?
I wonder if it was Ridge Racer because you could get.
Yeah, I wonder what he sold to get
decent
1,000.
money.
Almost 1,000 for 2 cabinets. That's good. Last one was like, doesn't
Not
Burger
filling
Time
in the
go for
space.
a lot?
Brooklyn wants to keep the space. He just said, "I'm not filling in the space." So
It's just
that's probably a
like
good
the open
idea.
space. I mean,
What ones did you sell? And will you be getting the new Legends Ultimate? Does that interest you at all?
oh, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Ridge Racer.
Yeah, Ridge Racer. Yeah.
You're right about the one. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that sold for.
Well, you
that's
can't-
sought
the thing
after, huh?
is you can put the buy stuff mod in that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great.
So I'm wondering, like, did I devalue my Outrun cabinet by modding it like that?
No,
Not that
I
it
got
matters. I mean,
Mike.
Yeah.
I got 650 for my Ridge Racer. That's
with
how I
modded
bought
that.
Time Crisis. That's how I paid.
I feel like if I put that on Facebook, nobody would know the difference.
I
anyway.
thought that at first too. It was like, should I do this? And then I said, what the hell?
And the flip side is, guys, you could sell your old PCB.
Yeah,
because you're not using that, and the ribbon probably. And I don't think the
you
ribbon's
could you could
connected to it.
piecemeal, you know.
Well, you could just put it back the way it
I'm trying to
was.
figure that out.
No,
Let's
you
watch
watch-
P-Dub's video in reverse.
No, you know what I did? I color markered each plug to the socket, so I know exactly just by
Oh,
color
that was
code.
smart.
Yeah, just
I can't
it'd
remember
take
if
me
I
like
did
I
something
had
similar.
no intention of ever putting those 5 games back into Ridge Race. I did
no,
not,
especially
I did
that
not
last
like
one.
those
What was
games.
that? Rad Racer? I mean, that was just a shit
Rave
show.
Racers, like Rave Racer.
That's the way to do it, Brooklyn. Yeah, just if you have no real desire or rush to sell them, just sit on them.
I don't want to sell anymore because Brooklyn. You got a good price. We're not
Yeah.
getting anything for these things, so you might as well just
Yeah.
like right behind me. I'll jam one in there. When I run out of room, I'll just jam one in this room.
Yeah, I've pretty much.
I don't wanna get rid of any of
I
them.
think that's the NBA Jam conundrum for a lot of people, though. Phil, yourself included. I mean, everybody that wants NBA Jam got the NBA Jam that they
I
wanted,
almost.
and that's why.
We just talked about this yesterday,
Yeah.
Zod. I almost bought it this morning.
Wow. Hey man, you got it right behind you, and it looks.
I know, but you know what I
fantastic.
want?
Save
I
your
want
money, bro.
I want the online play. That's what. That's
Here,
what
look
I
at
want.
this. Best Buy accidentally sent him an extra Fast and Furious cab. So wait, you basically bought one and got one for free?
Wow.
Do the right thing and tell them. Oh
Do
man,
do the
I
right
don't wanna-
thing. Do the right thing. And,
Yeah,
I
don't
want to
make
make
it
you
go
think
down
less
that
of me
road.
by
how
giving you
about
my
this?
opinion.
Do the right thing and sell it. Make some money.
No, do the right thing and put the buy stuff mod into one of them.
That is the right thing to do.
There you go.
Best Buy can afford not having it. Yeah,
Exactly.
I'd love to know how they screwed up and did that.
Well, remember the chair that I was waiting for, and then I got this one that's behind me. Well, the same thing happened. Over a month later, the original one showed up. Yep.
That
And I
happened
won't-
with.
I'm not going to tell you what I did.
That's sitting over on the other side of the room.
That's been known to happen.
some way.
This whole Fast and Furious fiasco was they ran out. They still kept the $3.99 price. People waited. They get a shipping notification. Then it goes back up to $5.99 and it's unavailable again. They're a huge mess with the entire Fast and Furious with that sale. Like it went crazy.
I'm saying you got two of them. I mean, yeah.
Well, what are you supposed to do? Throw it in your car and drive it back to Best Buy? Like,
hey, possession's 9/10 of the law. So
I say keep it.
Yeah.
Maybe wait a week or two to open it, in case they come calling or something.
But real quick, I'm not a lawyer, so
yeah, right. You're right. Exactly.
So don't take any.
But you'll probably be okay. Well, anything else, guys? I know Phil, we're probably approaching.
Yeah,
glad
you said something. I gotta run.
So we might as well wrap it up then, because I'm probably on borrowed time right now. I'm gonna have to go look outside and see how much snow's fell.
Oh, God.
Because
Everybody be safe if you're in the elements this weekend.
Yeah. Yep, and everybody.
Yeah, but
who
Phil,
won
you're
something.
going out in it, man. You're going out in it. So
there's risks you got to take.
Yeah, I guess
the show must go on, right? That's what they say.
Yeah.
Can't do a walk and talk in this room, so.
Sure you can.
Yep.
Sure you can. Just go around and show what you have.
You've got your arcade. You can do your walk and talk in there. It's no problem.
Oh, I just did that. That was the tour.
The tour, yeah.
You got to keep it fresh.
Well, you know what? How about this? Put a black and white filter over it.
Ooh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. And walk in from the other direction and go around the other way. It'll look like a new one.
Yeah. This is my other room.
Yeah, it's the other room.
All right, guys. Everybody, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Anybody who won anything, make sure you hit us up so we can get your prizes in the mail. Thumper Squid,
congratulations, guys!
I just mailed your prize out from last week the other day, so hopefully you'll get it soon.
And one last thing, I gotta tell everybody while we're here before we end this show that this coming Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, I'll be doing a late night Q&A with Zod Rider, and it will be a very special Nostalgia Power edition in which all of these gentlemen will be joining me.
Looking forward to that.
So you guys are going to want to check that out because it's going to be a lot of fun.
And tonight also, you got a stream going on tonight, don't you?
I do have an I Don't Get It with A-Pass going on.
Oh, nice.
So check that out tonight. And
yep.
What time does that come on at?
On Zod's channel.
It's going to be 6:00 Central.
Okay.
Tonight.
So there you go.
We'll see you
we're
there.
All sitting there getting snowed in.
All right. Yeah.
Check that out.
Snowed in.
All right, everybody. Thank you. And see you next Saturday, or we'll actually see you tonight and Wednesday.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one, guys.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.